Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early June 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cappies. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for our good Capricorn friends in early June? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cappies early June. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Using the creepy Alice once again. I like her. I think it's a cute little deck that we're working with here. It's always tea time. I saw this for one of the air signs, and pardon me, I normally like this. It feels relaxed, it feels calm, it feels quiet, but it could be a lot of different things, honestly. I mean, it could be about spirit telling you to like let loose a little bit, especially if you've been a little tense or going through some things. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this lovely card. So when working with this deck, I always say before every reading, it's very intuitive. This doesn't mean you're about to go out for afternoon tea. Maybe you are. Maybe that's something you like to do. I think it's a nice, classy, fun endeavor. But to me, this is relaxed. It's calm. It could also sometimes represent bonding with other people too. But the main thing I think of is relax. So again, if you're going through anything that's like very tense, this could be good. It could be spirit saying like, hey, Capricorn, maybe you need to shake things up, have a little bit of fun. Now, everyone's idea of leisure activities or fun activities are different, but you might need to break the routine a little bit when I see this. Even though tea time is usually on a set schedule, I feel like it's about having fun mostly. Now, for a small portion of you, this energy could be a little dry, a little dull. So again, whether it's you or someone you're connected to, when I see the tea time, it's just not much really happening. So for some of you, that could really be it. Like energy just seems a little stagnant. But we're just gonna leave it as is. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card there, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the Cappies. See what we have for early June, please. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled Big Payoff Incoming. And there has been a nice wave in recent weeks where there's some good energy coming in. So if you have been going through a rough one, that's good to hear. Because it's like week after week, I'm seeing the silver lining. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And in last week's reading, it's like efforts paying off, patience paying off. So hopefully that comes in for you. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the Cappies. What's happening in early June, please? You. All right, other people maybe. So we have the 3 of Pentacles in position number 1, work, career, could potentially be on the table, money, finances. I do link this card to all of those things. We'll have to see. 3 of Pentacles is usually good, but it can be complex. Let's get 2 more. What do we have for Capricorn early June? Could be working on something here, for sure. 2. 9 of Swords, stress. Okay, so yeah, now there's that tense energy I was picking up a little bit with that first card. Let's get one more. We're like needing to relax, because the 9 of Swords is like really stressed out. Okay, so 6 of Cups here on the back end, and you do have a bonus, which is a pretty good one. So it does seem a little bit more like a mixed bag this week. Okay, so 4 of Wands right here on the back. The good old 1111 card, numbers, synchronicities, omens, all that good stuff. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I mean, we have every element present right now. We have the whole zodiac here. We have earth, which is a comfort element for you. We have air, which is a little bit flighty, a little flaky. We have the water, emotions, the inner. So we have a lot of inner world stuff showing up here in the main part of the spread. and we have the fire for the bonus. So it's pretty well balanced. I always like when there's a balance in the elements and it's not too much. But yeah, with the main part of the spread, we have like a card that can connect to the mind, the logic, and we have the feelings and emotions. We got past, we got someone keeping busy, busy, busy. So it's like the energy is compartmentalized a little bit. So we're just going to have to see how it all plays together. Because for some of you, this could be different things. Like this might be going awesome. This might not be. So like we have that little mixed bag going on. But let's go through this piece by piece, really start to build it out. So position number 1, the Three of Pentacles. I gave you some of the meanings as the card popped out. And we see these 3 individuals. Looks like they're building something together. Awesome. So again, for some of you, this could just represent career, business, money, finances, investments, because this card is huge for all that kind of stuff. It's a group dynamic as well. So whether it's like a circle of friends or coworkers, it's like the people that surround us. I always think that when any of the 3s pop up, it's like, okay, so we might be looking at someone else's energy, specifically with the 9 of Swords and this. Either someone might be stressing you out, or maybe someone is just really wound tight when I see like these energies all combined together. Now, the Three of Pentacles in its roughest form could sometimes represent a lone wolf type of individual where it's like, you know, screw it, I'll do it myself. Or there could be a solitude when this card shows up in reverse. So we're going to want to look at it either that, or there could just be someone in the circle that's just really being prioritized for one reason or another. Okay, there could be someone that's hard to work with as well, like someone that could be a little bit of a pain, but we'll see. We always take it at face value until a clarifier tells us otherwise, right? Now, position number 2, we have the 9 of Swords. That's going to be an important thing for us to dig into, because you see that individual, and I always say you don't need to be an expert in tarot to understand what that 9 of Swords means. Now, for some of you, it could be a little bit of insomnia. You might be having a rough time sleeping. You might be waking up a lot at night. Could be having some funky dreams when this card shows up. And again, remember, if you're a cross watcher, I mean, it applies how it applies. But again, you see this person, they're stressed, they're anxious, they're nervous, like there's something on their mind. So again, watch out for like hyperfixation on one situation, or it's just something that you can't get off your brain. That's what I always think of with this card. Now, the positives of it, it could speak about regulating all those things we spoke about, where it's like, okay, back to center, back to ground zero, back to the middle. So that could be a really good thing. It's also a very paranormal type of energy. So if you're an energetically sensitive individual, whether it's the people around you or just the collective, you could be extra sensitive to the energies of people and situations you're dealing with in this time. So we'll see. And as you can see right there with the Three of Pentacles and 9 of Swords, it's like, oh, this person's stressing me out. I don't know what it's about. So we will most definitely see. Now, moving to the back end, we have a card that I normally see as a good thing. We have the 6 of Cups. Now, this is a card of soul ties, soul connections. Could be really great friends. It could just be someone where it's like the energy just flows, the energy mixes well. So I love the 6 of Cups. It's a card of history. So when I see it, like, yeah, maybe you're reminiscing a little more than normal. Maybe you're looking through the picture books, right? Or your digital pictures and reminiscing on times past. I always think of that with this card. Could be something about the past. It could be something about memories. So that's the main thing I always think of. This isn't as many people as the 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups is more like one-to-one type of connection. So we'll definitely want to look at this and really get more detail. It could be good. It could be, but we just have to see. Or it could be, I always say with the 6 of Cups, it could sometimes represent history repeating, something popping back up. So it could be various things. Now, moving to your bonus super quick, we have the 4 of Wands, the 1111 card. This, I always say, watch for the signs and synchronicities in this time when this card is here. It's usually very stable, very solid. It's celebratory, it's happy. So it's a good card, and it does offset this energy that we have here in the middle. Family situations, living situations could be in play when this card is here. But I usually like it because it's stable, and it's the good kind of stable. It's predictable. So I want to dive deeper on all the Cappy. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Capricorn friends. Let's see what's happening, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 3 of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Three of Pentacles. What's happening? What is that Three of Pentacles here, please? Nice. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups showing up in reverse here. So watch out for a feeling of stagnation in areas of business and work. I don't necessarily feel like that's the case, but when I see the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like, all right, something's not changing. Something's not shifting into energy. So when I see this all together, it could represent help. For some of you watch, there might be someone that approaches you and says, hey, Capricorn, can you give me some advice? Can you give me a hand? Can you help me out here? Give me a little loan. Like that type of money is showing up here. But if that's not the case, I mean, usually aces in reverse could, especially the Ace of Cups in reverse, not so nice feelings. It kind of ties in with this Nine of Cups. So there could be something you're a little dissatisfied with. Could be a situation, could be a person in general where it's like, And again, watch out, especially if you're energetically sensitive, because I'm picking up this energetic bleed through where it's like you might be feeling energy that's not necessarily yours, if that makes sense. So if you're like feeling odd ways that you don't normally feel, part of that could be energetic bleed through that you're picking up on. So I would say watch out for situations that feel a little stagnant, feel a little stuck when this is here. Either that or there's just someone where it's like, oh, you're making this harder than it needs to be. I don't know why it's showing up like that, but watch out for any individuals where you feel like, you know, it doesn't have to be this difficult. Let's keep moving. Yeah, that could definitely be it. Pardon me. Let's get in on that Nine of Swords. See what's happening. Then we'll get to that Six of Cups. So what is up? What's the Nine of Swords here? Thank you. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. So very similar. Like pages and aces have very similar energies. So it's like I'm internalizing this. I'm not saying nothing about it. It's like somebody that's like a little frazzled or stressed out, and they're just not addressing it or talking about it for whatever reason. So again, that could be you, could be somebody else, really. It's giving me that lone wolf energy again, where it's like I will go through this on my own. I will figure this out. I don't need to say anything about it. That's the big energy that's presenting here in the front. But yeah, the Nine of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse, it's someone that could be going through it. So whether it's you or whether it's another person, stressed, anxious, nervous, it's just very wound tight. But part of it is similar to what we see here in the front. I'm still picking up the energetic bleed through for some reason, where it's like, oh, I feel the tension in the air for whatever reason. But yeah, there's someone very much wound tight, stressed, anxious in the center. Again, doesn't have to be you. But the Page of Cups isn't really discussing it for whatever reason. They don't really want to talk about it. So it's peculiar. It's like internalizing it. But we're just going to keep moving. Again, I don't feel like we need to overanalyze this. It is what it is. But yeah, watch out for any individuals where they're making something more difficult than it needs to be. That's another thing I pick up here in the front. It's like, it doesn't have to be this difficult. It doesn't have to be that hard. I mean, but a lot of times in life, things are easier said than done, right? But let's see what's up with that Six of Cups. So now we started off with a nice spread of energy. Notice now that we're getting overrun with water, overrun with emotion. Okay, so let's see what's up. Why is the Six of Cups here for my cappies? And we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow. What's going on here? Thank you. Moon in reverse. Yeah, so part of this could be a pattern recognition. I'm getting a couple of different things too, aside from the pattern recognition. When I see the moon in reverse underneath the Six of Cups, could be a surprising or unexpected return. Remember, the moon is all about subtle energy, but it's also mysterious. So when it shows up in reverse, it's like presenting itself. So with a card of the past, I feel like it depends on your story. Because for some of you, all this energy we were seeing up front could be part of a pattern of someone's behavior, right? Patterns are hard to break sometimes. But if you're not dealing with anything like that, when I see the Six of Cups with the moon in reverse, it's like, hello, here I am, back again. It's like giving me that kind of energy, like I'm back. So watch out for, again, situations, could be people, could be things you've dealt with before. It's like a flare-up or a return of some kind, and it kind of just pops up out of nowhere, which isn't uncommon. I've been seeing that for a lot of signs in recent weeks. So it seems like you might be up to bat in regards to that type of stuff. But again, more water. I mean, the moon, that could be Pisces, that could be Cancer. Like we have tons and tons of water in the Capricorn reading. So watch the emotional extremes in this time, high highs, low lows, because it is a mixed bag. It's not all like stagnant in one place. I feel like a lot of these situations are changeable. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card, Capricorn. So yeah, a little bit of a mixed bag here this week. It's all good though. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there might be a particular person where it's like you can feel the tension, or they could be making something a little more difficult than it needs to be. Watch out for feelings of stagnation and boredom as well. That's something we picked up early on, where it's like, oh, nothing's changing. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. And then, yeah, maybe we could take the advice we had here in the very beginning about like cutting loose and having fun, especially if things seem stale. Now, moving to the center, we have the Nine of Swords with the Page of Cups in reverse. So again, someone internalizing something, not really wanting to talk about it, not really wanting to address it, but it is stressed, anxious, nervous type of vibes. And I am seeing this huge energetic bleed through. So if it's anyone connected to you, it's the energy is almost palpable. Moving to the center, the back end, we have the Six of Cups, Moon in reverse. So two main things here. This could be a return of something like a surprise or unexpected. It just pops up like, I'm back, here I am. So again, whether it's a situation or a person, but for another portion of you, I feel like this could be a cycle, right? Like, so any difficulties that pop up in this time, it's cyclical. It's like this person's on a hamster wheel. I saw a similar thing for Sagittarius. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got here? For my cappies. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. So we do have the Six of Pentacles, which is very giving. So I'm going to bring you back to what I said earlier in the reading. Someone might be wanting assistance or help from you. So again, I'm not sure how that might work or how that might appear. But to me, the Six of Pentacles is usually a very giving card. Now, this in its positive sense, it's fair, it's balanced, it wants to give to something. So either energetically or any type of way. But the challenge of the Six of Pentacles could be an energy that gives a little too much, or it just like it's putting too much energy out. So with certain situations you're dealing with, make sure those scales are balanced, right? Like make sure someone's willing to meet you in the middle when this is here. Also watch out for anything financial. We saw themes of this early on in the reading as well. But Six of Pentacles in the shadows, it could be a little off kilter, right? So again, with all the water that we saw within the spread itself, and I was saying about the emotional highs and lows, just watch out for spikes in situations when this is here. So we're just going to put that down right there, my beautiful friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The June calendar is open, so you can go check for availability. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, that's 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments if you could manifest something right now instantly, what would it be? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.